Alright, hello, and welcome all my lovely stars. I'm Elowen of Elowen Wright, and today I'm going to see if I can finish my work on my project, The Changeling, or at least finish this draft. We'll see. We're hoping. I usually post on Patreon and Discord. Please join the server if you haven't already. I'm going to be posting the link to that in the comments, along with today's question of the day. If you're into that kind of thing, go check out the Discord. And then I'm also an author. I have books on Amazon. If you're interested in that kind of thing, you should definitely go check them out. And then, before we get into it, the question of today is, what's your favorite spooky story? I know there's so many good ones. How can you ever narrow it down? But if you got one to share, please share. I'd love to hear about it. And that is pinned in the comments, so if you want to go and check it out, you totally should. And then, as usual, I'm going to be setting up a Pomodoro, which will be over here. I don't think I planned for anyone joining me in the server today, so it's just probably going to be me. Let's see. I will, as usual, be doing 4 sprints of 25 minutes. If you want to tell me about what project you're working on, or your ideas, or any of that, you know, I'd love to hear about it. I love hearing about what people are working on. I love chatting about other people's stories and sharing my own ideas. So if you have any questions, if you want to share your own, if you just want somebody else to read over your stuff and give a second opinion, please share. I'd love hearing about it. Now, I am going to skip out on Z-Type today, just because I would really like to finish this today. Or at least get as close as I can, you know? Because I'm so close. I'm so close. I can smell it. The end is in sight. Success is right there. Okay, now that I'm done being weird. I'm never done being weird. I'm gonna get into Earthlight. I left my water in the hallway again. I went out there specifically to get it and I totally forgot it. So I'm gonna go grab it and then I'll get everything started.
Am I scheduled tomorrow or Tuesday?
Yes. Tomorrow. Shenanigans! Any hoodle. Alright, we now also have Mars being a pest because she loves being in the way. Please don't drink my water. I know you just want love and affection, but you also have germs that I don't want in my water. I love you so much. I don't want you sticking your face in my water. You have goo over here. Come eat your goo. Yeah. You can come have your goo. You love your goo. And I love your goo when it's not, you know, being gently flipped all over my desk. She does this thing where she, like, gets it and she just shakes her head, just like, blah, 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 and just flings it. And because the boy will absolutely eat her medicated dinner sauce if I give him the chance, it has to be on the desk because he doesn't know the top of the desk exists. So, like, he doesn't jump up here at all, so if the food's up here, he will sniff around the desk for a while, trying to figure out where the smell's coming from, and then we'll never actually, like, check it out. It's really weird and really funny at the same time. Hello, you're my favorite pest. You are. You're my favorite pest. yours. You're so pretty, and you got so many problems. And you like to sit on my keyboard, don't you? My sweet girl. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start the timer here in a second and get into writing. I'm gonna lay on my keyboard. Thinking about it. Don't lay on my keyboard. Don't do it. Just lay on the desk. Don't lay on the keyboard. Oh my god, you're cute. You're lucky you're cute. Okay. So we're gonna start... I know. Usually if you look up that way and you're cute, someone gives you a treat. Okay. I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Clock starts now. Everybody do your best. Ah, there we go. See, Taurus loves you. Taurus will give you a kitty treat. Oh. Okay, that works, I guess. Hey, 85 stream streak. That's awesome. Oh, you just want to get my hair tied, don't you? My pretty girl. My pretty witchy girl. So pretty. So nice. Mars, I'm not supposed to type one-handed. You know this, right? Also, folks, remember, hydrate, don't hydrate. She's like, I don't want the brush, I want the hand. Well, if you're gonna be over here shedding all over everything, I'm gonna get you with the brush. Like this. Look at how much hair you produce. Yeah, that's you. I think it might be slightly overstimulating for her. Oh, she's going flat. She's going flat to get away from it. You're just gonna... No! did you do that? Oh my god. Is it still... Are we still live? Are we still running? Hello? Did anyone hear me? Oh my god. How did you... Why? Is that still going? Hello? Genuine question. If you can hear me, can you please put something in chat? I don't know if stream actually ended or if it was just like Mars leaning on it. Or what. How did you do that? Why did you do that? Oh my god. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea how much of my howls of, oh my god, how did you do that, you guys heard? But Mars just somehow, like, put my computer to sleep, I guess? Oh my god. You stress me out, Cat. You stress me out so much. See, this is what I mean when I say she's my favorite pest. The Smeagol would never do that. He's too dumb. He did accidentally step on a spider once. But other than that, he's too dumb to, like, do anything like that. Oh my god, Mars, that was so stressful. Everything's been breaking. Why? Oh my god. Anyway, that was a test of our emergency everything's breaking system. If you heard, you know, wails of displeasure, that was me testing the emergency system. It will sound exactly the same in the event the computer really does turn off. Oh my god, Mars. I think for real, I think she put the computer to sleep. I'm not entirely sure. But oh my god, that was stressful. I can't take this, Mars. I mean, it definitely tested my stress level, that's for sure. Oh my god. I just have one stream where nothing goes wrong. I just want to finish writing this. Just want to finish this draft, damn it. Okay, I've got like 15 minutes left in the sprint. I can do it. Just so much hair in my computer. Ugh. Sorry, that was a terrible noise. Almost any TMA episode. Okay, I'll one-up you. It's the second episode. Do not open with my beloved Joshua Gillespie, who manages to survive a horror movie by just not doing it. It said do not open. He did not open, and he survived. His voice can get me every time, especially considering the look behind it. I know, right? He's so good at it. Look, you have your goo. Eat your goo. Man, I should really re-listen to TMA. I mean, it's just so good. Yeah, I love TMA. I really should give it another listen. I was listening, and I got distracted, and I stopped listening. And then I was listening, and I got distracted, and I stopped listening. I was listening, and I was so excited, and I was having a good time, and then life happened, and I stopped listening. And that's time. So now on a 5-minute break, and I'm actually gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then I will be right back. Man, there's an absolutely beautiful sunset going on tonight. So what do you think? Am I going to be able to finish this in time? I'm hoping I will. 1, 2, 3, 4 technically scenes left. Probably won't be able to finish it tonight, but I'll be able to make good headway. How are you guys feeling about your own projects? Feel like you're getting a lot done? Oh my god, it's only 1,500 words, or 15,000 words. It feels so much longer. And yet, so much shorter at the same time. Yeah, if you guys want to share about your own stories, I'd love to hear about them. We're getting to the climax, or we're in the climax of the Changeling. You know, title still potentially up to being changed. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. Because on one hand, it's the title of Changeling. So on one hand, I like it. On the other hand, could be better, you know? Also, I'm so excited to work on art fight stuff tomorrow. It's my day off. And other than doing laundry, I really don't have any plans. So I should be able to work on art fight stuff like all day. Which I'm very excited about. I'm hoping to... I think I'm up to 7 or 8 maybe. How many have I done? Okay, yeah, I've managed 8 this year, and I really think it'd be cool if I could finish off another 2. Still grinding out that art fight attack. Lady finally has a head. I'm like, what is my writing project? God, mood. But hey, good job. Good luck getting more done. I'm feeling pretty good about art fight. Like, I've gotten 8 pieces of art finished in like 3 weeks. That's really good for me. If I finish one more, I will very much so count it as a win. Honestly, even if I don't finish any more pieces of art for the rest of the art fight, I will still be considering it a win. Because you know what? I made 8 pieces of art that I otherwise wouldn't have. And that's pretty cool. it's up 800%. Technically, it's up 0% because any number times 0 is 0. But yeah, no, it is 8 pieces of art that I otherwise would not have made. I probably wouldn't have had the time or the energy or the willingness to work on. So I am so glad that I decided to take part in our fight this year. Because you know what? I may not be the best, but I'm having fun. Don't tell me maths is 800%. Well, here, let's make up even better numbers. It's up 80,000%. Because that one just sounds cooler. You know, more zeros make it cooler. $80,000% hot dog, exactly. One could argue hot dogs are 0% hot dog if they're made correctly. True that. Hydrate, don't hydrate. Oh, that was a loud sneeze. I am so glad I muted before I sneezed. Oh wow, I really got into the flow there. Alright, and we are on our next 5-minute break. So how'd everyone do? You feel productive? Feel like you're getting a lot done? Let's see. What am I up to? Show me. 16,000. So I don't know exactly how much I went up, but, you know, I went up a little bit. Quick, someone, review the tapes. How much did I write earlier? $80,000 hot dogs. Way to go. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I am successfully locking in, and it feels good. It has been a while since I've been able to successfully lock in on writing. Hello, hello, welcome, Corporal Bird. You know, we had a joke about, I think it was an Un-American cheeseburger being a, oh god, what was it? It was a sergeant private something something something. So anyway, hello, welcome. What have you been working on? I am currently working on a horror novel that is slow going, but I'm doing a lot better than I was when I started. So I'm counting it as a win. But I'm feeling pretty good about everything. Ooh, I do love a good isekai story. I actually, my Dear Dad series, which I have a lot of chapters up on my Patreon, is technically an isekai, because all the kids get sent to a fantasy world. But please, tell us about your isekai. I would love to hear about it. Who's your favorite character in there? What's the weirdest encounter they've had? Who is the most boss character they've interacted with? Yep. I mean, if you want, I'll tell you about my stuff. Just ask questions. I've got... Danny's the main character in this, although I think Brutus is my favorite character of the guys. I've got so many projects in the works right now. I'm hoping to have the Changeling finished by the end of this year. I would really like if it was finished by the end of this year. We'll see. I've got... I think after this I want to focus on some of my zombie apocalypse stuff, because I've got a whole series that I want to work on that's zombie apocalypse. And I technically already finished one book in that world, but I would like to work on more books that are, like, in the main series that is the origin of the world, and not just continue accidentally working on stuff happening around the main series that I still haven't written. Let's see. I am also working on putting stuff into a YouTube channel. And I'm thinking about doing a snail mail club, like a sci-fi focused snail mail club, where I'd send out, like, a sci-fi short story every... I have a bad habit of asking what if, and then I'm off to the races. Genuinely, the best thing I can recommend for getting more ideas is to consume more content and ask why while you're doing it. Like, watch a sci-fi movie and ask, why are they doing this? Why don't they do something else? Watch a fantasy TV show and ask, why are they doing this? read manga and ask, why are the characters making these decisions? Genuinely, that's how I get the vast majority of my ideas. No, no, no. Don't consider yourself blown out of the water. We are two very, very different people with very, very different ideas. The more time you spend on your idea is the more time that you're making it yours and unique and better. And the more time I spend on my ideas is making it more and unique and better. But ultimately, at the end of the day, our projects are non-comparable because they're completely different projects by completely different people. Yeah, genuinely the thing I think that helps with coming up with new stories is just asking why. Why? Comrades in Isekai. Oh, that's right, the project you're working on is an Isekai too, isn't it, Taurus? Excite. Okay, I'm getting back into the writing sprint, but please tell me about your project. I would love to hear about it. Otherwise, I will continue babbling, and I'm choosing to lock in. Take your time. We're not in a rush here. As you can see, I'm very locked in, so I'm not even gonna look at chat. I'm totally looking at chat. But I'm not even gonna look at chat, so don't feel like pressured to get it done. Like, take your time. Okay, I swear to God, one of these roads goes up a mountain, and I don't remember which one it is. I'm just trying to figure out how long it would take to get up that mountain, and I have no idea. Alright, remember, hydrate, don't hydrate. Question: How would an average be realistically affected by being this guy? I've spent the past week or two trying to concept the story and just begin writing it tonight. The main thing I want to explore is what happened in the character's previous worlds, like how would their family react. The main character, on the other hand, has to eventually face the decision on whether he'd want to return to his old life, his family, or continue on this new life. That's basically it. I mean, that's solid isekai fare. It's kind of funny because that's similar to my idea with my isekai. Part of the focus is on how the family would react to what's going on there, if they would be accepted when they return back home. But good luck with it. I can't wait to see what you do with like similar idea, but two completely different views. I'm excited. Actually, one of the reoccurring things that I've done for my own is, so it's a contemporary characters, and so when we do flashbacks back home, it's a newspaper clipping, because the story is told from the point of view of the main character writing letters to his dad, hence the title, Dear Dad. And his... So when we see back home, how do we view that? So, like, it's... newspaper clippings, and then I think someone, like one of the siblings, is about the other people, is like text messages they sent to the sibling who's in this other world. Somebody else is like writing their own version of the letters. It's fun to think about how people are affected when so much of the story usually focuses on just like the main character. But I'm definitely having fun, like, framing all of the characters through both the main character's point of view, but also, like, seeing how the world back home is viewing. You get to see building pros and cons for returning home. Yeah! Like, that's cool! Like, so many of these fantasy isekai worlds are like, oh, yes, this is perfect, I don't really want to ever return home. I want to become all-powerful, blah, blah, blah. But, like... realistically, if you got randomly shunted to another world, you'd probably want to go home. Most of the time. And thank you. If you want to share more details, I'd love to hear about it. What's your plan for it? Are you thinking like a novel? Are you thinking like a comic series? Are you thinking manga-esque? Are you thinking like a video series? Like, what's your idea? Only reason I want to clarify is because writing can be an important step in any of those. Also, for the Dear Dad series, I do actually plan to return to it as like a webcomic. Because I ended up taking a break from it because I was a little burnt out, but I'm going to restart and have each of the letters as drawings. Novel for now, then manga adaptation. I like it. Good luck with it. We're here cheering you on. And if you want to share excerpts or something, you're totally allowed to. Actually, if you want to join the Discord, I've got it pinned up at the top. And share excerpts there, then other peeps can see it too, and we can return back to it without the, Twitch eating it all the time. Sometimes whenever my stream dies. Mars is being incredibly cute. She's got her face like curled into her belly, and then her back paws are like pushed as hard against the side of the dresser as they can be, so her legs are like straight out. It's freaking adorable. Oh yeah, are you doing the art yourself, or are you gonna have someone else do it? I'm definitely curious about that. I'm planning to do all of the art myself, so it'll probably take a while, but, good practice. Learning new skills. Encouragement to work on new things. My favorite obstacles I personally like is the language barrier. I feel like many isekais gloss over the fact that this is a whole nother world, Totally, I fully agree. Yay, exciting! Good luck with it. Do you have any practice with making art now, or is this going to be like a whole new venture for you? Something I actually really liked is the Stargate series covers the translations pretty well, or like how people understand each other across worlds pretty well, in that because the Stargate system was made by a race of ancient aliens who were like the precursor to humans. They basically made it so it like scans your brain and automatically translates. Makes sense. But like when the series first started, like one of the main characters is an archaeologist, and his job was to translate, because it was a movie first. And it's very much so clear that these are very different languages. And I've seen a headcanon that the reason why they had to translate so much in the movie and the books is because the TV show, the Stargate doesn't have a dial home device, or they call it a DHD. So the important software is in there that allows for translation. Only toward the minute you said precursor to humans and brain scans. So Corporal Bird here is telling us about their isekai idea, or isekai project, and how the main character is struggling to understand people in the other worlds because language barrier. And I really liked how Stargate covered it. And that's because all of the humans are descended from a precursor race called the Ancients, and the Ancients built the Stargates and added in auto-translation software to the Stargates to make it all easier. Or at least that's what the producer said. Anyway, but they basically it is canon that by going through the Stargate, as long as at least one person from another culture that speaks that language has gone through before you, you'll be able to understand them. So when, like in SG-1, which is set primarily on Earth and our span of the Milky Way, a lot of those people haven't gone through the Stargate before, so like there's sometimes language barriers. But when we get to Stargate Atlantis, that group of people, that group of races, they did also cover the introduction of foreign and alien diseases multiple times, in fact, including alien parasites, nanobots designed to be used for alien experimentation that acted as a disease, alien animals killing people in fun new ways, and they also have goth space vampires who are based on a bug who have a hive mentality, kinda. Which I really love Atlantis. It is genuinely one of my favorite TV shows. It's so good. It's so good. The storytelling is excellent. The only downside is someone pointed out that Project Hail Mary would be like an episode plot in Stargate, and I've never been able to unsee that. Like, you're absolutely right. The sun getting taken out by tiny microbes that was spreading and causing the sun to darken would literally be a one episode plot in Stargate. It's ridiculous. But you know what? It's a good series. I enjoy it. I'm very sad they've already canceled the new Stargate series. But, you know, that just means I get to rewatch Stargate Atlantis again and coo over the fact that I love my guys. I always knew those blood-sucking mosquitoes were just vampires from outer space. Okay, but the space vampires are mostly human-shaped, but they're walking around in those, like, ankle-length black leather trench coats, and they are so pale, and they got, like, face vents, and they, like, veiny, and, like, white hair. It's crazy. And their hives all have a queen, and the queens are creepy AF. Also, they very rarely talk about the fact that, so this psychic space vampires are psychic space vampires, and they can actually cause you to see hallucinations of your fears to make you more likely to run out so they can find you. Like, it's so good. They did such a good job of making a villain that feels horrifying and monstrous. It's so good. I should watch Stargate again. I need to finish some projects and then I can watch Stargate again. Also, this has been my unskippable dialogue. I have found a way to branch into Stargate, and now I get to talk about one of my favorite things of all time, Stargate. Because there's, like, especially the early seasons had, like, so much story planning. And later seasons of SG-1, not great. They really did their best with, like, just 5 seasons of Atlantis. I did not like Stargate Universe. It was not great. Stargate is a great show. It is a fantastic... I think everyone should watch it. It is so good. Like, everyone says it's Star Wars versus Star Trek, and I'm like, Stargate? Please view alternate, third option. But everyone's all like, nah, we don't care about Stargate. Star Wars or Star Trek. And it's comparing apples and oranges. Also, I love that Stargate they don't have a prime directive. They go in and say, we're going to kill your god. And people either go, hell yeah, we'll help you kill our god. Or they'll go, how dare you, that's our god. Pew, 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 pew. It's so good. I'm completely... I got locked out. I'm out of the fucking building. I was so productive, and then Stargate, my brain's going this way. But now I'm going to segue into something completely different, which is I'm thinking about doing a snail mail club. Anyone who'd be interested in that. I'm planning on doing a sci-fi themed one, so it'd be a lot of sci-fi short stories. So I'm gonna send out letters every month that's gonna be sci-fi short stories straight to your mailbox, and it's gonna be like, hey, isn't this Stargate? And I'm gonna be like, shut your mouth, it is not Stargate. It might be a little Stargate. It's not gonna be Stargate. It might be loosely inspired by Stargate. As many of my stuff is, and then it grows to be something completely different and weird and full of shenanigans, and it's like, I guess the only thing this has in similarity to your original idea is, like, a vague character archetype, and I'm like, yes, that was the goal. Okay, I've got 5 minutes left. I can do this. Dropped a bayonet from the table. It landed vertically and is stuck in the floorboards. I've got a lot of questions. The first of all is why did you were you just hanging out with a bayonet on the table? Like, what's going on there? Second of all, how high is your table that it got stuck in the floorboards? It seems like it'd have to be pretty far. Cleaning an 1861 Springfield rifled musket. Grabbed the lock oil and knocked it off the workbench. Is cleaning a 1861 Springfield rifled musket a normal activity for you? Genuine curiosity. Like, I'm sounding very but I swear that is mostly just confusion. I'm so curious how we got here. I mean, the noises may not feel genuine, but I swear to you, the feelings behind them are. The curiosity behind them are. Alright. We're on to break, so 2.5 minutes of break. Which I didn't notice because I was distracted by bayonet and musket. And other terminology that I'm aware of but not terribly familiar with. Oh, got a stretch. Doing a little stretch. And hydration. Stretching and hydration. Hydration, not dehydration. Yeah, I think I can do that. Alright, everyone, remember, hydrate, not dehydrate. Historical military instruction. Okay. Okay. See, that explains everything. I have no further questions, except that sounds very cool, and if you feel like instructing more, or telling us about what you do, I would love to hear more. Actually, I would love to pick your brain later if you would allow me to. One of the stories I'm writing for my zombie apocalypse includes a group of characters who are historical reenactors. And they're like one of the groups who survives because they have real weapons. They may use old-timey ammo, but they have real weapons. And so they're able to survive the early waves of the zombie apocalypse. I'm not 100... probably Civil War, post-Civil War. I'm not sure on exact details because I haven't gotten around to writing any of them yet. But the goal is, like, they survive, but it's wide variety of odd ducks who survive and end up working with a all-girls school who is functionally a convent in the post-apocalypse. But honestly, having anyone who's a good resource can definitely sway me in any which way or another. Okay, and we are back on the clock. Remember, folks, after this sprint, we will be done for the evening. The 17th century armaments stopped using flintlocks around 800, switching over to percussion caps and later brass cartridge ammunition. Capitals require the use of percussion caps to prime and fire. These are only really made in factories. You can make them at home, of course, but they require you to work with mercury format. Yeah, I think at least modern day people are, for people who are doing their research, how about that, would probably know better than to work with Mercury on purpose. So good to know. I'll have to research that further. I'm actually going to copy paste that into a doc to another thing so that I can remember to research that later. But that is very good information. Thank you. See, this is why I want to do True Chatter. It's all good information. Very good information. I'm rubbing my little hands together evilly like a raccoon. But yeah, I just love the idea that, like, two of the groups that survive best in a zombie apocalypse are functionally a group of nuns who are very angry at the world because they're secretly they're all very not secretly rebellious teenagers who are sent away to a Catholic school, basically, and reenactment people who are running around with real weapons that are not limited by normal, or by a lot of things for modern weapons, who are very used to play acting stabbing each other. So when it comes time to actually stab people, they are actually a little bit more comfortable with it, but also is a odd group. Just because I think it'd be so interesting. I think it's interesting. You got so many neat and odd people in both of those groups that it just makes for an immediately very interesting mix of characters, especially when you have them interacting with each other. Oh, sorry. Like, seriously, my four main groups of people who the main character in that series interacts with are punk rock convent, reenactment people, a group known as the Boat People, who will have a better name eventually, and a group who is functionally like a microcosm of normality. Flintlocks, matchlocks, air guns would make sense for reenactors trying to survive long-term with firearms. Common field tactics of this time include polearms, like spears and halberds, and of course swords. See, this is all good information. You, my friend, are a font of knowledge, and I appreciate it. I eagerly and greedily take your advice so I can use it later for better storytelling. I mean, I'm sure those characters definitely exist. The guy who becomes like a main leader type person for the group, my plan is he's somebody who had bad experiences in war and like literally got a hand blown off, came back to the States, spent a lot of time drinking, and then basically realized he was living for nothing, had nobody, and went, what am I doing? And decides to turn his life around and stumbles across reenactments as a way to like have something to do, something to look forward to, something that's fun, Pike and shot warfare. Ooh. I love people with cannons. You know, that's actually where we get the term bulletproof from, is they would fire early guns at armor to indicate that it was, you know, bulletproof. Pike and shot warfare. Cool. Although, Taurus, let me tell you ahead of time, there is no shortage of cool ladies in the zombie apocalypse series. Like, leader of the punk rock convent, lady. Leader of the main character's group, lady. Leader of the boat people, eventually a lady. We have to get there first, but eventually it's a cool lady. One of, in my opinion, the most terrifying of the, like, there's really two main human antagonists who's, like, she's nuts and he's terrible and she's worse. But yeah, having someone who's a scumbag and a layabout and a lout is always fun. I just gotta actually write the series so I can show off all of these super cool characters that I've come up with. There's a girl who's just like a lumberjack, and basically her entire story is protecting a dude who actually could potentially cure the zombie apocalypse. And he's just like a very sweet middle-aged pacifist, and she's like 19 and like, this man might be able to save the world? Cool. I will single-handedly defend him. And it's very much so, she can and will pick him up and throw him over her shoulder if she has to get away from somewhere very quickly. And he's cool with it. God. Still 3 chapters to go. It's so long. Anyone wants to continue using black powder-based weaponry, they will need access to a reliable source of pure sulfur. 2 other ingredients, charcoal and saltpeter, can be made and found just about anywhere. It's the sulfur that's the hardest to come by in most places. Makes sense. Okay, this is perfect. It takes place in the Pacific Northwest, and apparently you can find sulfur in and around the Ring of Fire, which is a lot of Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Lassen Volcanic National Park. California. Alaska would be kind of hard, but yeah, I mean, theoretically, they're only a little north of California. They could probably go down there for it. Have regular trips. Hell yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to paraphrase Dune, he who controls the sulfur controls the world. Cool. Okay, I will be right back. I have to run to the bathroom. But yes, this is all good information. Thank you so much. I love all of this. I'm learning new things. I'm excited to learn new things. This is giving me encouragement to work on my projects. I'm hydrating, not dehydrating a little too hard. But yes, talking about this stuff is helping, like, remind me of, like, why I wanted to work on my zombie apocalypse series and all of this stuff in there. Because there's, like, so much stuff that people don't necessarily know that people who are, like, weirdly experts in one field will know. Does that make sense? And, you know, you never know when someone's niche interest is going to, like, be super useful. But yeah, anyway. I'm gonna focus in the last 6.5 minutes and see how much I can get done. Almost stretch. Okay, are you gonna eat your goo? You should eat your goo. Either reliable source, good flinting rocks, or slow match materials is needed for finding mechanisms to work. That makes sense. I mean, you really wouldn't want it to go off too fast. slow match is just a slow burning wick. That's what I meant. What I meant is you would not want to hold an open flame to gunpowder. Or at least not without a little bit of distance between you and between your hand and the fire and the gunpowder. But once again, me just adding line by line more information. You were, in fact, holding a lifeline right above. Musketeers that suddenly blew themselves up. It wasn't until the invention of the wheel lock and later cheaper flintlock guns became a lot safer to handle for the average soldier. Yeah, that makes sense. I have vague memories of seeing, like, cartoons where they use the flash pan for, like, photos and stuff, and just being all like, holy crap, that seems dangerous, and we're just holding that right next to our head. Cool. shoot. Well, that was time. That rain, humidity, and wind were your biggest enemy when it came to early firearms, especially matchlocks. Gunpowder is hydrosensitive, so it will absorb water in the air when exposed. Yeah, that tracks. That very, very, very much so tracks. Excuse me. Okay. Good work, everyone, today, indeed. Hi, baby boy. I was just thinking about you. Okay, we're gonna go find... Oh, why did that hurt? We're gonna go find somebody to raid. Thank you, An American Cheeseburger, for all of your very good information. I super appreciate it. I hope that you have successfully gotten your musket out of the floor, which feels weird to say, but, like, that was what started the conversation. I'm gonna raid Static Spider. I totally will. I need time to research so I can, like, come up with a plan of attack and actually have good questions to ask. Because as it is right now, I feel a little bit like I'm just kind of, like, flailing around excitedly. Hi, baby. Oh, look at you. You're a handsome little man. Rifled musket. Cool. Again, I have questions about that too, but no, I have to end the stream. I have to go to bed. I got cats getting tangled in cords. Baby, that's gonna suffocate you. Alright, so we're gonna raid Static Spider again. They seem like a fun person. Alright. Did anyone follow me? Okay, no one has followed me in the last 24 hours, so I don't need to make any stars. Thank you, everybody, all my lovely peeps, for joining me. I'm glad that An American Cheeseburger here was so excited to share about, honestly, all of their knowledge about ye olde firearms. I can't wait to learn more and then ask good questions later. Oh! Corporal Bird, I see you followed. Sneaky. Sneak. Okay, so I'm gonna make a paper star really, really quick, hopefully. I am on Patreon, I'm on Discord, I'm on YouTube. All of my videos go up on the Elowen... Ow! Hey! Elowen Wrights VOD channel. Excuse... Why are you attacking my legs? I'm in the middle of my closing speech. Okay, proof. I do... Oh, shit, I can't show you. Okay, I do personalize each one, so I don't know if you can read it all. Yes, YouTube, Patreon, Discord. I'm thinking about starting the new space-themed snail mail club. If you're interested in that, I'll be posting about it more and more later. Tomorrow will be more writing. I'm gonna see if I can finish this draft. I really want to finish this draft soon, just so I can, like, go back and do it better. I can't wait to hear what everybody's working on. I hope you all have a lovely evening, and nighty-night, y'all. Hi, baby. Hi. You're sitting on the star. What is up with you and you and Mars today? Absolutely not.
How's everyone? How's everyone doing?
Oh.
I will after I get liner cut today. Yeah, Pedro's asking the right questions. How's everyone doing?